This is a global event that moves around the world. It is not an American event that hosts international visitors. So from the beginning, we wanted to make it an international team to work on this event. So we have had our exhibition and sponsorship company, ETF, is based in Sydney. Our conference organizer is based in London. Our hosts are based here in Washington, D.C., and the team of people that are working on this are based mainly on the East Coast, U.S. So it's been fantastic to have this international team working on this. This is a unique opportunity. This year is the 100th anniversary of the founding of the American Gas Association. And so to have the opportunity to host this event in Washington, D.C., a city that is known for bringing together thought leaders and policymakers from across the globe, to do that on the 100th anniversary of the American Gas Association is truly amazing. So the American Gas Association, first and foremost, is pleased to partner with ETF and Freeman, well-recognized companies that are involved in the exhibition business, to put the exhibition together. The American Gas Association has no expertise whatsoever in doing exhibitions of this sort. So I think we want, for the exhibitors, we want it to be just an absolutely first-class experience, and you can see from this exhibition hall, I mean, the stands are beautiful, the carpeting, everything throughout is absolutely first class. We want there to be plenty of business opportunities to be had on the floor of the exhibit hall, and we hope that the exhibitors are sensing that as we go through the week. And in fact, tomorrow we're bringing over about 1,000 people from the AGA Operations Conference just to tour the exhibition. So I think what we want is to create an environment that can help stimulate business opportunities, whether it's in terms of the physical layout of the exhibition or bringing people onto the floor of the exhibition. Well, again, we had great experience with this team in doing LNG 17. And I think, just to set the stage, the American Gas Association is primarily an advocacy organization. We don't do events like this. When we won the right to host LNG 17 back in 2007, we looked around and said, okay, we won the right to host this event. Now what do we do? How do we do this? We don't have the staff at the American Gas Association to do this. So we wanted to find the best possible partners, and that started with ETF and getting to know them, even though they're based in Sydney. So the combination of ETF and Freeman worked so well in Houston that it made no sense to do anything different here. This event at this facility is like nothing else has happened, and I've gone to 8 of these World Gas Conferences. We have had a tremendous interest in getting policymakers involved in this event like never before. You could add up all of the policymakers at the last half a dozen of these, and it didn't match the number of policymakers we've had here in the first 2 days. Whether it's the 20 energy ministers that are engaged with us from around the world. I mean, as we speak, the Hungarian minister, the EU minister are speaking right now. The Israeli minister spoke yesterday. The Indonesian minister spoke this morning. So, because they're familiar with Washington, energy ministers from around the world come here. Our U.S. Energy Secretary, Rick Perry, hosted an APEC ministerial here yesterday in conjunction with the event to get the ministers here. So attendees have benefited by tremendous support from the ministers from around the world. U.S. attendees, we have 30 senior U.S. policymakers involved, including Secretary Perry, Interior Secretary Zinke will be here on Friday. Secretary of State Pompeo hosted an event at the State Department last night. We've had members of Congress, U.S. senators through the exhibition hall. On stage, Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia just finished speaking in the main hall. Senator Cassidy of Louisiana spoke yesterday. Senator Bennett of Colorado spoke at one of the environmental sessions today. Those are the kind of people that you're able to bring to an event in Washington that you would not otherwise have. And I think that benefits the attendees in a big way. I mean, Rick Perry, Secretary Perry, is going to do a tour of the exhibition tomorrow at 12:30.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the U.S. Secretary of Energy is actually coming to do a personal VIP tour. We had at the ribbon cutting, the Assistant Secretary of State, Frank Fannin, and the Assistant Secretary of Commerce, Nazik Nikaktar, did the ribbon cutting yesterday?
So this is my third or fourth World Gas Conference, and I've been to Tokyo and I've been to Amsterdam, and I can tell you that this particular conference has a buzz unlike any that I've seen. Now, part of that is because of the critical role that the United States is playing right now with regards to natural gas. This is the first time that the World Gas Conference is being held in a country where we are the #1 consumer and the #1 producer of natural gas. There has been such an excitement around the supply that we have today and the potential role that we can play in geopolitics around the world. So the experience is really unlike any other that I've had. There is such enthusiasm all around in terms of how we can engage with everyone. This is an opportunity to network, but it is also the opportunity to see the latest in technologies. Sustainability has been a theme here. Just a few times that I've walked around on the floor, I'm seeing drones and advancements in methane leak detection and advancements in safety that really are able to turn this industry into one that is a future forward-thinking energy provider. And so over the next few days, I think that's just going to continue.